Hi, buddy. Hi, big fat boy. Hey, BC, Jeff here again, and I am in a slightly different sitting location because somebody decided that they wanted to sit in my area while I'm working here. So we're going to try this from a slightly new perspective with the monster dog here, who desperately misses his mother, who comes back in a couple days, and he's going to be so excited after not seeing her for over 3 months. Anyway, today let's take a look at real quick at my vinyl collection of Dokken vinyl collection. So let's jump right into this. Dokken back, what is it? Back in the streets. I almost said back to the streets. I'm gonna try this left-handed like this. This is weird. Anyway, yeah. So interesting. This is like a little EP recorded in 1979 with the lineup you would expect, at least at the day, with George Lynch and Juan Gracier and Mick Brown. And they did a handful of songs, and then there's a couple live tracks in here. But funny thing is, the cover has a totally different band on it. You've got Gary Holland Gary Holland and Greg Leone were of Sweet 19, but he later went on to Great White. And then you've got, Gary Link from Steppenwolf on bass. And this was the band that was behind Don on the German tour in 1980. So I don't know, whoever put this together, not an official release, so it's not something that Don has allowed, but anyway, it's great to have. And anyway, yeah, it's on red, you can see. So there you go. Interesting there. Excuse me, dog. Then we got this one. This is a recent release, but I put them in chronological order from the time they were issued. So The Lost Songs by Don Dokken came out not too many years ago. Great stuff. It's got stuff from that same era. I should look back in the streets. Some of those songs are probably, I think those songs are probably on here. It's probably that same thing plus some more. So some great stuff there. Excuse me. This is where the rest of us in the world discovered him at the time, Breaking the Chains. The first album, I bought this when it came out back in the day. Again, had Juan on it on bass. I think we bought this, and then he later went to Rat. This is one of the recent reissues. It's on like a gold vinyl. One of my goals is I'd love to get the original version of this with Don on the cover, where it's just Don Dokken and not the band Dokken. That would be kind of cool. The Carrier release, when it officially came out, it was just a Don Dokken like solo album. That'd be great to have. I'm not a major collector, but that's kind of on my wish list of wish I could run across one day. Tooth and Nail by Dokken really put them on the map. I think this is where they really started to break MTV. This is a tour that I saw them on. I believe it was this tour, either this one or the next. I think it was this one. Saw them opening for Dio. And actually, I just got a notification that said that concert was this week, 38 years ago. It was Thursday of this week. 38 years ago I saw them. Anyway, Under Lock and Key, Dokken. So again, that they continued on. MTV still kind of pushing them here, and they had a couple great hits on here. So this is another great album. Back for the Attack, yet another great album. And this is kind of where, oops, he's leaving now. This is pretty much where it all starts to kind of come to an end, as far as the heyday of when they were doing it. They put out a live album. Now, I would like to go back, and I almost thought the other day, I almost pulled the trigger on that box set, but I'm kind of, even though it has a double record set, I don't know if it's really needed, so it was hard to do, so I haven't done it yet. So then you move into the later era, into the 90s, and a lot of those are not, only a few of these have been reissued. For me, this was kind of a return to form. They had a couple albums before this, Shadow Life and the Dysfunctional, that were very alternative and odd sounding, and most people don't have a fondness for those. At the time, I listened to them a lot and thought they were pretty good, but they are way different than the typical Dokken sound. But when they came back to Erase the Slate, it really kind of came back with more of a traditional sound. Slight member changes here. But this was, I thought, a very solid, great album. So love having that. These were reissued recently on Church of Vinyl. Yeah, Church of Vinyl. reissued some of these unlimited quantities. What is this? They're numbered. Number 234 of 500. Long Way Home, another one, Church of Vinyl release. And this one also, you know, these later ones, 445 of 500. Again, it's a different band other than Don, and, you know, it's got some different members in there. George, Mick's still there, I think. But, you know, I thought overall, these were some really good albums that they were doing at this time. And Hell to Pay, again, another Church of Vinyl reissue, 280 of 500. So, Lightning Strikes is a great album, which I'd like to get. It's on vinyl, but hard to find these days. And there's another one in that time frame that I am missing that I'd love to have that I think is on vinyl. I think a lot of them have been, aside from Dysfunctional and Shadow Life, I don't think those have ever been on vinyl, and I'm not sure if anybody will, but who knows. And then recently, not too long ago, in the past, 10 years, Greatest Hits re-recorded. All the bands are doing it. So, and yes, as you can tell, I do not have the new album. I do not. I'm waiting for that price to dip below $30, but I do not have it. I've heard mixed things about it. I haven't listened to it yet. I want to wait and check it out if I buy it. But I'll probably break down and listen to it if I haven't bought it recently or very soon. So anyway, that's it. Real brief overview of my Dokken collection. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.